Welcome to the breakdown of my Red Dead Redemption 2 inspired scene made in Unreal Engine. This project took me months to make, and it's based on locations within the game. I first started off by making the cabin. It is all modeled in Maya and textured within Substance Painter. It's modular, so each wall is its own piece with its own texture. Even the smaller parts like the windows, shades, and planks are all modular so they can be repeated across the cabin. After I finished making this, I sculpted the landscape. It's all sculpted by hand and there is no height map data to build it. The next steps that proceeded were texturing and placing the foliage simultaneously, which took up the most time to give it a natural and less repeated look to it. Spawning into the scene, it spawns near the cabin, which is the focal point of the scene. Here we have an 1800s homestead. There is a full farm here in the back. There's a fence that surrounds all across the land. Going towards this side of the map, here we have more of an uphill location where the forest goes a little bit higher in elevation. Towards the left side here on top of the hill, we have a little rock formation here. It being a relatively small map, it still has a bit of variation to it. For example, heading towards the eastern side of the cabin, it becomes more of a dense forest. And over here to the left, we have a little path that is cut away through the mound here. The map is built so from the perspective of the cabin it looks like an open world. So the trees are placed in a way to add the sense of forest depth all across the scene. And you'll notice mountain backgrounds all around, which is used to give the look of expansiveness. The landscape is completely hand painted and nothing is procedural. It uses the landscape master material with many layers. I implemented the technique of height map blending, which is used to give the gradual mix between the textures. It's especially useful for mixing dirt and scattering leaves. For example, here you can see the leaves mixed in with the mud. And all across the scene you can see the fallen leaves. For example, over here, you can see the fallen leaves even going into the path. It's especially useful for optimizations because a mesh is not needed and it's all within the texture. For the lighting, it uses the time of day template from Unreal Engine. I adjusted the temperature a bit to give it a more realistic look. And it uses light shaft occlusion, which helps simulate sun rays and fakes a volumetric effect, like over here. This helps as it doesn't affect much on the performance. It is especially noticeable when the sun is low on the horizon like this here. And the light you can see here passing through the trees, which helps give it the lighting for a morning scene. So that's the breakdown of my Red Dead Redemption 2 scene. Thank you for watching.